Okay, the winner of the short story for Year 4 was Evelyn, and her story is called Escape from Zopetia. Hope I pronounced that right, Evelyn. And here we go. Maddie and Josh, their mum, dad, little sister Abigail and Dexter the dog were playing hide and seek in the garden. When they finished playing, Dexter started chasing Josh around the lawn. Maggie was finger painting with Abigail, who had paint all over herself. The girls giggled at the chaos. While Maddie had painted a delightful apple tree, Abigail had painted a delightful brown mess. Once all cleaned up, Maddie went to call Josh in. Just then, she tripped. She got up and looked down. She tripped over what looked like a trap door. "Josh!" Maddie shouted. "What is it?" Josh panted as he and Dexter came running over. Josh looked where Maddie was pointing. "Let's open it," he exclaimed, and lifted up the trap door. Josh glanced down into what the trapdoor was concealing. "Just a secret passage with a ladder. Boring," he complained. Maddie pulled a sarcastic "really" face at him and climbed down the ladder herself. As expected, Josh followed, leaving Dexter barking at the entrance. The lower they went, the darker it got. When the ladder finally ended, Maddie jumped off it. Josh did too. "Where are we?" he asked. "We're at the bottom of the ladder," she replied. Maddie started walking forwards, with Josh turning his head, scanning behind them every 5 seconds. Suddenly, they saw a light. Both of them ran up to the brightness. There was a wildlife clearing, and they were finally out of the passage. "Who's there?" came a rough voice. Both siblings spun around. A man was walking towards them. "Wait a second, are you human?" he asked. "Yes," replied Maddie. "You two are under arrest. Humans aren't allowed in magic grounds." He immediately grabbed them. It looked like they were being taken into a palace. "Your Majesty," the man bellowed once they were inside, "2 humans have arrived in Zopetia." A griffin, wearing a cloak and a crown, showed up. "Put them in prison, I don't want them telling the world about us," he demanded. The next thing they knew, Maddie and Josh were being dragged roughly over to a prison cell by a guard. Just then, Josh reacted and kicked the guard in the face. Inspired, Maddie punched the man in the leg. Another guard approached, looked at them and screeched, "Back up! Send back up!" into his walkie-talkie while chasing them. The siblings darted off, guard hot on their tails. Almost immediately, a whole army appeared from every direction and started hunting them down. Maddie and Josh ran towards the tunnel they'd come out from. They sprinted towards the ladder, but the guards blocked the entrance to the tunnel, so they slid through the guards' legs. Hurriedly climbing up the ladder, the siblings reached the trapdoor. Clambering out, slammed it down and dropped a heavy rock on it. Immediately, their mum appeared, demanding, "Where have you two been?" Maddie and Josh gave each other a strange look, and then they declared, "On an epic adventure."